So on this project, we're going to try to put a little side table on the side of our couch where the Murphy bed up or the Murphy bed down, we'll be able to utilize this little table. And I think it's going to be right up underneath this curtain here. And we're going to do it on one side and see how it works out. If we like it, we'll probably put another one on the other side. But I definitely want that done on my side because I have a CPAP that gets in my way, and I have to have a little extra storage. So if you saw one of my other videos where I swapped out the table, the little table here, I swapped it out with a new bigger table. So I want to utilize the old table. I want to cut it back, I don't know, probably make it about 4 inches wide. And I'm going to make it to where this piece will mount on the side here. It'll be a Formica. And I'm going to mount it, like I say, just underneath these curtains. I'm going to use these angle irons. I'm going to put those in here like this, and here, 2 of those. I also want to keep clear that I have hangers here that I hang my clothes. I want them to hang all the way down, and also have CPAP and the hoses and things. So I want it to kind of center underneath this window in this general area here. So we're going to start working on that project, and just like any other project I do, I'm going to kind of wing it as I go, and you'll learn from my mistakes. So first thing we're going to do now is get our rough dimensions on how much we're going to cut off of this shelf to utilize, and then we'll cut that and bring it back up here and start mounting. Now, if you saw the way I did my table, I didn't use the little legs that came with the table, so I'm going to basically unscrew these now and get them off of here. I'm going to use these screws over again because these are really good screws. They've got a nice thread and nice head. I think they're going to work out really well for mounting my braces. So looking at these brackets that I bought, these are 5 inches this way, 4 inches this way. So you have to make a decision how big you need your shelf. And in my case, I think I'm going to make it 5 inches, but I want to use the 4 inch on this side here, and the 5 inch up against the wall to make it a little more sturdier. So you just got to be aware of that. So I'm going to mark this at 5 inches, go down on my table saw and cut that. And I'm going to tape off the Formica on the other side. That way the blade hopefully doesn't kind of shatter that Formica top. So we'll get this measured and get it cut. So got that cut, didn't chip the edges too bad, and this is going to be right about in this area right here. And the key to this is, understand this is going to be attached to this ass tail on the outside. I got to be careful not to drill all the way through. And this is not something that you put your weight on. You don't grab a hold of this on the way out of your bed. And it's mainly just to put a drink on or something on your side while you're sleeping at night, just kind of an extra little place to place things, maybe your keys or whatever. But again, this is only for lightweight duty. You don't want to have to grab a hold of this and lift yourself out of bed because you'll end up ripping it out of the wall. So just keep that in mind if you do this mod. And like I said before, these here are just barely grabbing a hold of this ass tail here with these screws. They're not very long, maybe a 1/2 inch long. And what I'm using is a drill with a very small drill bit here as a pilot hole just to get it through there where it'll thread in. And you want to use a very small, this one here may actually be a little bigger than it should be. So I'm just going to drill these holes in place here just to get it started. So goes through pretty easy. Be careful not to go all the way through the outside wall, and then thread those in. But you don't really want to torque down on them because they'll rip out, and that's all it's going to be holding them. So there, the brackets are attached. Like I say, I just tightened them just until they're snug. I don't want to strip them out. Got them in there. They're pretty sturdy. Now I'm going to set this piece up on top of here, kind of center it. I'll take my pilot screw or drill and drill that up underneath there and get those screws installed on that, and it'll be just about done. So that project turned out pretty good. Didn't have any major problems with it. Again, it's not really sturdy, just enough for drinks or something on the side, but I think it's going to be good. I'm sitting here on the side. I can reach over here and put my drink over here. Before, you had to drink it, set it down in the hole down here, set it down on the floor. They had these little tables built in here, but they just didn't work very well. So I still have the tables, but I think this is going to work out well. And I've already been told by my wife, I did the light over here, and I've already been told by her that she wants hers put over there, so I'm going to order another one of those, put my light up over there. And I have this funny feeling that she's going to see me with this table, and she's going to want me to put one over for her over on this side. So we'll just see how that works, but that pretty much finishes up most of my off-season modifications. And next step is to take out my lithium battery and pretty much button it up for the winter, and it'll be out again in spring. So that's about all I have. If you have any questions on how I did this project, or some kind of project that you've done similar that you want to share, put that in the comments, and we'll talk to you again on another one of these RV shorts.